Everyone warned you.
Ooh, everyone?
Everyone.
Oh!
Literally all of you.
I should have stayed down. I should have gone even deeper to a place where I never met you, because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure. Yeah, that's the way to put
I'm
it.
glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
This is so grotesque.
It is. Useless.
The evening wind blows in and she says the words. Her gowns flap around her like a white flag.
1,000 times you beat an animal. 1,000 times you've raised that fabric. What
electrochemistry, not the time.
Centered you, made you sane. In your mind, you could still climb inside her bed. Still the only man.
On second thought, you're Dolores Day, Queen Regent of the Territories of Mundi and Insulin Day. Nothing
Yes,
else.
Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world.
Huh.
Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
She pulls up the silvery sleeve of her gown and checks
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bone.
Not doing that. You're not even
I'm
human.
actually very ordinary, Harry. Below this gown and wreath, I have an ordinary soul and ordinary thoughts. The only thing inhuman about me is this. This thing you've made me into.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm sorry for saying so, but I just hate it. What is this? This is so far gone, Harry. I don't even...
No, you're special. You had glowing lungs.
My lungs do not glow, Harry. I am just like all the others. None of us have glowing lungs. Stop making me into some kind of...
Then it's you. You will make her lungs glow.
That's a really...
Your pain is not meaningless. She will, once you have erected the Temple of Light.
These are both not great. Then I will make you different. I will make your lungs glow. I will make you last forever. I will build you a temple of light with my mind, a temple of unimaginable proportions. It will be something no one has ever done before. I will build it with computers. I can still make your lungs glow. I know I can if you only let me. You're right. You don't have glowing lungs. You don't deserve... Oh, that's mean. Then this is all meaningless. Oh, these are so all not healthy, but I really like the first one, actually.
Oh, Harry. There is only one way for humans to last forever. And you did not do that to me.
She shakes her
A warm
head.
gust wraps her gown around her waist and between her thighs. An apricot-scented ghost wafts out of her, her skin, the fabric, into the flow of the air around you. All the roads. We miss her footsteps when she's gone from here.
Ooh, that's a really good line.
A completely different world.
I miss you so much. I want to go back to a completely different world, the see-through world with you. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I don't think that's a good way of... I just don't think that's healthy.
The gown moves on her limbs like water.
I don't want to call her mass murder, and I'm not going to try to kiss her. Those are both just so aggressive.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30.
Her fingers wrap around the back handle.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore.
Oh.
You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
Authority, that's not what you said. You said you have sworn a holy oath, Harry. She herself begged you not to let her go. Wait, can't we sit down first and have a coffee? There's a cafeteria. No. Hold on, but you swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me you asked me to be this way. Okay, I understand. Nods silently like a martyr. No, actually, wait, I need to see my list again. I'm sorry, where's my list? Wait, oh no! They're all so sad! No, wait, where's my list?
Too late now. You have forgotten your list, and the time is up. I am really going now. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
Will we ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
How will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young, and I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum, like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time, so long ago.
But this is intolerably bad.
Oh, yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face.
It's a really good
The
line.
first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Oh, God. I completely forgot about the see you tomorrow note. That's so harsh. I think one of the things that really just gets to me about it too is the fact that there's a route through which you just don't have it. If you completely ignore all
You're
thoughts
great.
of
How was
her,
your sleep?
when you sleep, you just sleep, and that's that. And this is actually something I was talking to Honey about recently, because I when you know how the game works, basically the healthy thing to do in this situation is to not choose things that make you think about her, because that's how you actually process going past it. But because it's a game and I know that, I'm intentionally picking the things that cause the most, basically, like, plot. So you end up getting into these kinds of things. But I just find it very fascinating that, like, the healthy way results in that not happening. Let's solve the fucking case. My sleep was deep and invigorating. Try to cover up the blood seeping out with your hands. Actually, it was total annihilation, Kim. Swallow the blood and conclude. Let's comb the entire island centimeter by centimeter. That's the next step in the task chain. Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You're a badass like that. Damn, is the implication that you keep blasting yourself into oblivion because you keep getting this loop of thinking about her? Yes. And one of the confessions you can have during the tribunal is also, I remember everything. Of, you aren't even, like, you as the character, you as the player pretending or picking these things is just for the sake of Harry entertaining himself. He actually has access to everything, knows everything, and remembers everything. But he's just in so much agony that he keeps doing this. And I think you can have a conversation with someone who implies this has happened like 3 times. Let's solve the fucking case.
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, half covered in blood from your wound.
It was total annihilation, Kim. Task chain. He replies simply. I think task chain's the way to go about that. Okay, let's dump the Insulindia miracle as the last second, because that does nothing. And we have Wasteland Reality, and it's like 82%. We might be able to get that. What's the last one we want to do? I'm doing anti-object task force. I keep kicking stuff. And it's really funny. Okay. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Also, let me save, because that was a lot. No, that is one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a game. Oh, the man who was definitely wearing a disguise, yeah. This great blast door must have weighed over 10 tons. Rust peels off of it. That's how we got up here. Why is it giving me money? Like, why does it think I need money? That goes to the beach. What does this do?
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Run your fingers across the
The
keyboard.
keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this?
The
then?
console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Lieutenant points to the wires running into the machine. What does this console do?
Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. Sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
Push light interior.
Nothing happens.
Turn emergency
We
open.
need to restore power before using this, officer.
Oh.
The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in it. We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
He looks into the dim
The
light to his
boat
right.
engine.
Or we could get some from the boat engine?
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland.
The console stands by, mute.
Oh, because I when I did this in my playthrough, I didn't actually paint, so I had the thing of oil. Hat just jammed shut. Nosafed and or sorry, magnesium and money. Oh, wait. Water rushes below, far down below. Which just came up also. Fine fuel. Okay. Can the northern door open, or is that the emergency hatch that we can't open?
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one, a heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
What's on the other
Another
side?
part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open
Maybe
it?
this is one of the doors we don't open.
He looks at the door and then its bigger brother and then at the
He's
lock.
right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
Nah, you're right. We opened the
Yeah,
door. Do you see the
on the
controls?
console, just south.
Yeah. Alright. So blast door we need to open. So both paths lead out this other door. Iron slit. You can't see inside. Whoa. Must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. Sound of distant cargo ships signals horns echo on the water. That's the other side. We can't get over there. Walk the perimeter. Hollow wagon. The ice cracks under your feet. Be careful not to fall through. That would be a bad end, yeah. There's the chain.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in
I think about that all the time in the
with
ocean.
a bottle in your hand.
Bottle in my hand? Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you, where it has always been, in front of the video rental, on the corner, at the crossing, smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal. Baby, you know it's going to hurt.
But it's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
No.
Yes.
Oh, Inland, you are not helping
no.
anymore.
We're not starting with that. Not now.
Thank you, Volition.
Not this time. This thought is over.
Raise
In
your
the
sight.
still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
Nah. Not today. Oh, we're doing this again? Alright, there we go. This winch is broken, rust is eaten what remains of the chain. We might not be able to finish this in one session today. I don't think we're going to. It's like already been like 2.5 hours. God, wait, is there not a way to go up, or is it literally telling me to get in the water? Hold on. The only other thing was getting fuel. So is there actually any other path? Am I blind? Oh, there is. It's up this way. All right. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince. Then you continue. Inside the fortress, make out the console and the blaster. Oh, so this is just above. Yeah, I would not have. I did not notice that. I wonder if there was anything in the dream. Now that I'm thinking about it. Wait. Oh, we just. Oh, wait. No way to jump down here without breaking a few bones. Oh well, probably don't want to add more to this. That depot that supplied this chain this long is gone from the coast. Oh, yeah. Weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. Old medicine cabinet, newly stocked with Dramamine.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Inspect the
A
mattress.
single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick one out of the
A
can.
silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Tio Moteri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
Added tar. I saw the same brand of cigarettes extinguished in
Could
Land's
be a
End.
coincidence. Or the same person has visited Land's End and here. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Fair. Inspect
There's a
the wall.
firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the
Quite
concrete
old
first.
and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed
In between the
commercial.
two.
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that,
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I'll be able to see inside the room.
whenever you wanted, like your own little dollhouse.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
He pats you on the back, 3 small pats in a row.
Affirmative.
Finally, better late than never. Why didn't we come here before? Booyah, master cop work. Why didn't we come
Why?
here before?
We don't go everywhere in the 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure.
6 people are
Don't
dead.
beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
We did get some of them drunk.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
Could the shooter still be
Where?
here? He looks behind his back. And Martin, on this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
Yeah, he's totally still here. There's the fuel canister. There's still some fuel in this battered canister, a liter or two. The metal looks decades old. The logo of the automotive manufacturer Loom is faded on the side. Alright, time to open the blast door. Alright, how much time is left on it? 3 hours? Okay, we can pop. If we have 1 skill point, I'm like tempted to pop something out and try to get like 1 more. I just don't think we're gonna have time. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. I'll just put the skill point in something. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Already got conceptualization, now like visual calculus where it is. Logic, rhetoric, drama, electro. We're halfway, just sitting there. I feel like hand-eye probably wouldn't be the worst to actually just put some amount over. Ah, God, it's actually like oddly encyclopedia. I like encyclopedia prompts so much. I get joy when people share their dumb things with me. You feel eyes on your back. Someone's watching, but you can't say where. And I just start reading the alphabet book like over and over and over again. The fuel needs to go into the engine.
This old cylindrical, the
Pour
lieutenant
fuel.
assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Hold
The
the room.
recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
All right. We're almost done, friends. And we're still not anywhere near done, so we have like a bunch of shit still to go. But the problem is there's like no good stopping point from here.
A dim golden
It's on.
automatic boot.
Well, the stopping point is when I want to see sunset. Could this open the blast
I
door?
think, yes. Let's see.
The
Turn the
light
lights
in
on.
the room turns on with a sizzle.
Slide the radio
Then the
dial.
dial slides under the dusty glass, dark and silent, despite the power being on. You make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words "failed insula" are written on the band.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
Leans in to inspect the
It's
cursive.
an air gap
Cursive on
system,
electronics is weird.
an off-air military model. Its circuits are nearly impossible to bend, i.e., it cannot be remote controlled.
Emergency
The
open.
blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in. A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl. No, it's more than that. There's something there waiting.
After you.
Before, outside, when we were walking across something, the sand, I felt something
So
watching
did
me.
I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
What's
I
there?
don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind picks up, then dies down again.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
He takes out his sidearm, checks the barrel, and holds. I also have a
know.
gun.
It was not easy to acquire.
Let's go. That was kind of cute. I also have a gun. I feel like saving here and stopping is like the most like. It's 2:40. I still haven't eaten yet either. We've been going for like 3 hours. Do I really want to stop here? Because there's like 4 conversations in a row after this. Like one right after the other, basically. Like, damn, I think this might actually be a good point to stop. Like, yeah, I should eat and drive. That's the actual answer. So I think we're gonna stop here, and then either tonight or tomorrow we're fucking finishing Disco so that I can play something else for the love of God. We've been playing Disco Elysium for what feels like a million years. Come on, chat box. Yeah, there we go. Welcome back to Disco. Welcome to the end of Disco. Let me change the name of the stream. Mad Lady beats Disco Elysium. There we go. Just so at least anyone who joins is aware where we are. Welcome to the end, friends. Walk slow, it might be dangerous. We have skill points. No, we do not. I was kind of expecting that to be a room. It's a not great noise. Those are the Maybells. Oh. Small white flowers blossom around you. A rubber dinghy, it's deflated and broken. Also, yeah, I should probably, actually remember to check if my mic is on before I start going. Whatever. Air smells sweet and scary somehow. Oh, is he just there? Oh. This is gonna be a lot more, like, I watched this only be like an hour. Because I just didn't realize how close to the end we were. Shit. Oh. Hello, friend?
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
Are you the fire guy? You've retained your eyesight. Did you close the blast door? Nice gun you got there. Actually, yeah.
Nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is it Belle McGraw?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
Southeast Samaran made, exotic, must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
That's the rifle. Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator and then used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
Shakes his head. How'd you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music.
Haha.
Playing on the water.
Gestures.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
It was not rock and roll. It was sad FM. But you didn't say that, Kim.
I did.
We have entered a world where he said you shouldn't. It is the only world.
It was not rock and roll. It was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness, a weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Huh.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate, hip gyrating, mental illness music.
You've retained your eyesight.
My eyesight. Yes, helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
He cups his ear. Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire? 2 twins?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
The Sisin Yao Kong?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
His gaze turns inward.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Saffray Empire, extinguished in '06.
It's not white from the board. I remember it.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
Sorry for disturbing you. Goodbye. And with the police, you can keep the gun, but keep it down, not one move. Sorry, I need you to put that into the gun so we can talk further with the police. Yeah, no, you can keep the gun, but actually, yeah.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Yell at him now. Loud.
I'm gonna try that.
It's a good
Damn
lie,
it.
but your voice slips on, Commander, producing a little squeak.
Oh no.
Sounds like you're afraid.
A big-time operator of the pederast army. How about I keep it, huh? Hand it over to a real killer. A Briscar.
I was just thinking I should put points in authority before we do this, but whatever. Can I do that while we're talking? Oh, well, awkward.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's
Shit.
forehead.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly and then looks at it laying
Like
there.
an amputated limb in the sand. He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song.
What did you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
Oh, damn.
The present.
The present to be afraid. Cold.
The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks into the sky. It's blue-gray, the same color as the sea. Those words the future teaches you.
Real music. Real Proletkult.
Huh.
That's La Revacholière. Not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
Marching song.
Yeah.
Forget about that for a moment. You need to address that remark first.
Yeah.
The job of a shit licker.
Oh, that's real. I know La Revachol is the marching song of the World Revolution.
There you go. 1 of 3.
His eyes remain fixed on the sky as he sighs and adds.
In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was some Samaran shit, I guess.
La Revacholaire, I've heard that name elsewhere in a dream.
Everyone has. They named a fucking perfume after it.
No, that's not it. I've talked to her.
Talk to her.
Huh. He raises his bushy brow and looks down from the sky straight into your bloodshot eye. Yes, I get these cold spells.
It's the drugs you're all on. Druggies, whiners, and whores.
Closes his eyes in disgust.
All around you, the air
Oh, hey.
slowly circulates the islet, carrying little swallows and black-beaked seagulls in its slow drift. They all, every one of them, every bird, mammal, and crustacean, keep
What?
their distance.
Huh. How does it go, the song?
How did it go?
He looks at the gun in the ground, his gun on the ground, and shakes his head slowly.
Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone
Got it.
now.
His portrait is incredible. I like that the light plays with his hair.
He waves erratically with his hand, annoyed that he can't remember.
Oh.
A little tremor passes through him.
Pick up the
His
gun.
gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Inspect
The
it.
rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut.
That sounds really fucking
On the
cool.
butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46 millimeter, made in Sinyao.
It's as he
No
said.
one said it has to be a Belgrade. We were just guessing.
Lieutenant does not take his eyes off the old
From
man.
ballistics, it could easily have been a triangle, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Let's just say that
The right
again.
type, the right calibre.
Lieutenant nods, glancing at the gun.
The
Start
old
again.
man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession in time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol, I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and
The
dull.
commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the...
The lieutenant forgets to close his mouth.
From the insular Indian citizens' militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orion, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been here for 43 years.
No. I've been on other islands, too.
He looks into the fire. A wisp of smoke rises from somewhere between the charred logs.
I was in a resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
You've been hiding here for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months.
It's the length of my entire life.
It's too long. It's not how a human being should live. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
Grimace is clearly in pain.
He
Jesus
just-
Christ, man.
Couldn't.
You couldn't give up.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Looks across the
Where
water.
evening comes, on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, hydrogen streetlights switch on, casting black shadows. Further inland, the street grid appears dark. Unlit avenue after unlit avenue. The temperature is dropping. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always waiting
Old man turns his eyes from the shore and back to you for what?
for her to return.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution.
Huh. I come from there, point to the mainland. I can assure you that that is not what the people are planning. I've been there. The city is a tinderbox. It may still happen. I've seen it. Shake your head. Capital is too powerful. The rich are very well organized. Women will always betray you. The city's a tinderbox.
It won't. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves.
It's a little too real. He blinks his black
The
eyes.
historic opportunity for our revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
You said you deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old. 15
Oh,
when I
Jesus
volunteered.
Christ.
I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith.
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism.
God, I love how intelligent he
The
is.
second is all it took
For
for
what?
reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror.
Huh.
It's in all men.
Was it reaction? You were just afraid.
It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
It remains unclear what it is. He makes leaps he doesn't expect you to follow.
And
Yeah.
this was when?
Lieutenant instinctively looks to his notebook but does not take it out.
May the 13th, '08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once. All the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower,
He gestures towards it.
huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks
A
east.
terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
You didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky. What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
He opens his eyes and stares right through you.
Some kind of great terror, worse than you've ever seen.
Seen
The
what?
mask of humanity fall from capital.
Huh.
It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know
What?
that the bourgeois are not human.
That's a quote. I've always suspected the same.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Jeffrey.
Says gently.
I had to fight it. I could not
Haste.
stop anymore.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly and retreating from it. What is this place, this island?
It's not an island. What? It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was it used
The
for?
congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the landing retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Well, first of all, I'm not one of
Sure
them.
you are. You're our CM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow?
Murderers.
You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis.
Shakes his head slowly.
A
Iblis?
black-eyed angel.
He nods.
Shaitan Order, the darkened one.
How have you survived all this time?
How does
Hello.
anyone survive? I steal
What do you steal?
supplies, vegetables.
Huh.
I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
Coughs. Puts a hand on his
How
belly.
is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
That's not
He
great.
does seem frail. Good for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
Droll smiles, stretches across his mouth.
Also have Dramamine.
We have Dramamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
A light goes on in his eyes. He smacks his dry lips.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
You like that Dramamine, don't you?
It's the little joys. A dark joke, a sunshiny day, morphine.
How have you cope mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing.
I feel that.
Others filled with pain only. A decade of
His eyes roll into his skull and
I
back.
don't even know what. Inferno?
You notice the lieutenant's about to say something. I also have holes in my brain. Not appreciatively. I also live in hell.
At least you know it.